Ooh, potatoes. Only good for one thing, loading into a cannon and shooting at trees. Meat? Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But here's the thing, people think that they cannot stick to a diet because they are weak or because they lose discipline. You have probably told yourself the exact same thing, but that's not the truth. The real reason you cannot stick to any diet has nothing to do with willpower. You are fighting the entire world that you live in. A world built on hyper-processed food, engineered cravings, and more choices than any human brain was ever designed to deal with. You are trying to stay disciplined in an environment created to break your discipline. And every time you quit, you blame yourself, instead of the system that was designed to make you lose. That's why every diet eventually collapses. Because you were never meant to manage your body with freaking spreadsheets, apps, labels, rules, and motivational quotes. Go! Walk into any grocery store today and tell me that this environment is normal. Every aisle is a trap. A bright-colored, sugar-coated trap designed to hijack your brain before you even touch the shopping cart. You've got healthy cereal that's basically sugar with a PR team behind it, protein bars with 27 ingredients that you cannot even pronounce, low-fat yogurts that are basically candy but cold. And then there's the vegan section. Not veggies, no. Veggies do not make money. I'm talking about chemically engineered cheese that tastes like melted plastic sadness, plant-based meats with 12 different seed oils in them, and ice cream made out of oats, because that's somehow healthier. Everything has a label. Gluten-free, high-fiber, low-carb, zero-sugar, keto-friendly, heart-healthy, all of it approved by someone who probably doesn't even eat this crap. It's a circus, a giant, overproduced, overmarketed circus where every product screams, "I have the answer," while quietly destroying your appetite, your discipline, and your sanity. And somehow you are supposed to walk through that circus and make good decisions. As if that's realistic, as if the average person has the mental capacity to navigate dopamine bombs, fake health food, and marketing psychology all before breakfast even comes. People say, well, just have a balance. Yeah, how? When the entire system is engineered to make you hungry, confused, and constantly thinking about food. You were never meant to be surrounded by an infinite menu every time you leave the house. Your body was built for scarcity, not 18 versions of healthy granola sweetened with monk fruit and spiritual alignment. This isn't your fault. You are not losing against broccoli and chicken breast. You are losing against corporations spending billions to make sure that you crave exactly the things that keep you stuck and even worse, makes you sick. You are not failing the diet, the environment is failing you. You know what nobody talks about? How overstimulated you actually are. Not busy, not stressed, overstimulated. Every sound, every notification, every ad, every scroll, every flavor, every option. Your brain hasn't had a moment of silence since you were a child. And then we act shocked when we cannot stick to a diet. Modern food is designed to hit your reward system so hard that you confuse cravings for hunger. You don't want food. You want the dopamine spike that comes with it. Most people cannot sit in silence for more than 5 minutes. Try it. Seriously. Put your phone down and just exist. No scrolling, no music, no let me check this one thing. Just you and your own thoughts. Watch how fast your brain panics. Watch how quickly you reach for stimulation. Anything to fill the empty space. And this is the life you're trying to diet inside of. A brain that is overstimulated, under-rested, surrounded by dopamine bombs and terrified of silence? You are not living a life that you designed. You are living in a world designed for you. Designed to keep you consuming, clicking, snacking, and never slowing down long enough to actually feel hunger, fullness, or anything that's real. And then people expect you to make clean, rational food decisions in that state. Of course you cannot. Nobody can. Not consistently. And here's what happens next. You try to diet inside a brain that's already overloaded, inside an environment that's louder than any amount of discipline you could ever have. So you say, okay, I will follow the rules. Calories, macros, meal timing, points, apps, trackers, charts. You turn eating into a part-time job. And for a little while, it works. Until life happens. Until stress hits. Until something goes wrong. Until you have one bad day and your brain goes looking for the fastest form of comfort that it knows. And suddenly the diet collapses. Not because the plan was bad, not because you're weak, but because your brain was never built to fight the modern world and fight hunger at the same time. Every diet asks you to make perfect decisions in a system designed to pull you in the opposite direction. Every meal becomes a negotiation. Every craving becomes a battle. Every slip becomes a guilt spiral. And eventually, you get tired of fighting. Anyone would. Anyone does. People jump from diet to diet because all the old ones were built on top of noise, stress, distraction, and a nervous system that's constantly bracing for impact. And I see this in my own family. My aunt diets every single year. 3 months of being good, eating like a monk. Only when the stars are aligned in God knows what form, losing the same 5-10 kilos, and then the second the diet ends, boom, everything comes back. Every year. Like clockwork. What the is even happening? It's the system she's stuck in. The one that punishes silence and rewards chaos. Diets are asking you to survive conditions that humans were never meant to survive. So let me be clear about something. I am not here to convert you. I'm not here to sell you a meal plan, a macro chart, or a program. I do carnivore because it works for me. It shuts the noise off, it makes food simple again, it gives me something no other diet ever gave me. Silence. But you don't have to go full carnivore to get that. You don't need to eat steak for breakfast and butter for dessert to feel normal again. You don't need to join a cult or tattoo grass-fed on your forehead. Most people don't need more diet rules. They need less noise. And honestly, you can get 80% of the benefits just by removing the bullshit. Call it carnivore, ketovore, low-carb, animal-based, whatever. I don't care about the label. Labels are just another trap, another identity, another way to turn eating into a personality. People go keto and end up eating almond flour pizza and artificial sweetener brownies and convincing themselves it's somehow healthy because it fits the macros. No, you don't fix the problem, you just give it a new suit. The point isn't to follow my diet. The point I'm trying to make is to follow your own body. And your body doesn't want 47 ingredients, 6 meals a day, snacks between snacks, and a fridge full of options. Your body wants peace. It wants predictability. It wants food that doesn't hijack your brain every time you look at it. That's why I lean carnivore. It is not trendy, it is not extreme. It simply removes all the crap that makes dieting impossible in the first place. But you can do your own version. Animal-based, low sugar, high fat, simple meals, minimal ingredients, real food, and less stimulation. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to stop swimming in an ocean of noise. Everyone acts like the carnivore diet is some hardcore extreme thing, but it's literally the opposite of that. Look at what we are comparing it to. A diet where you count every calorie, track every gram, scan barcodes like a supermarket cashier, and spend half of your day debating if you have earned your next meal. I think that's extreme. Carnivore is just food, real predictable food. You cannot binge eat steak. You cannot emotionally eat a pound of plain ground beef because you are lonely. You don't eat out of boredom when the food doesn't come with a dopamine hit. Carnivore forces you to eat when you are hungry and stop when you are not. No diet plan does that, because most diets fight your cravings. Carnivore removes them. Most diets fight your appetite. The carnivore diet regulates it. Most diets fight your emotions, but the carnivore diet sidesteps the emotional trigger completely because the food isn't engineered to comfort you in the first place. There's no flavor jackpot, no dopamine reward, no sugary payoff, and none of that just one more bite crap. Your brain isn't getting manipulated anymore. Your body starts acting like a body, not like a malfunctioning slot machine. That's why it feels easy after a few weeks. The system stops working against you, and when the system stops fighting you, food becomes simple again. Just food. Every niche, fitness, weight loss, self improvement, even carnivore, is full of people selling you something. I mean, it's the internet. But no influencer, including me, knows your body better than you do. I share what works for me. That's it. I'm not your guru. Learn from people, take ideas, try things, adjust, experiment. Don't build your eating habits around someone else's personality. Your body gives you feedback every single day. And the quieter you make the noise, the easier it is to hear it. So here's where all of this lands. You do not fail diets because you're lazy or weak or not disciplined enough. You fail because you're trying to fix your biology in a world that keeps breaking it. An overstimulated brain, a chaotic food system, 1,000 tiny decisions every day that were never part of being human. And in that kind of world, eating becomes something it was never meant to be. A battle. Carnivore works for me because it removes the battle. You don't have to do it my way. You don't have to follow a label, join a tribe, or pretend that you're someone else. Just remove the noise. Make it simple, make it honest, make it yours. Your body isn't against you. It never was. It's just been drowned out by a world that's louder than your own instincts. But the second you turn the volume down, just a little, you start hearing the truth that you've been missing. And it's not complicated, it's not extreme, and it's not a trend. It's just human.